And hello, everybody. This is the Now See Here podcast. We record every Wednesday our professional shows with our technician, Roddy Merritt, who actually is going to be our guest today. We're in the CC's Coffee House break room, which is available to the public. A lot of Bible study groups and other groups meet here, and I know Bobby would appreciate that plug. SettleMyCase.com is upstairs. Roddy, you've come from behind the computer to hit the mic. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jack. First, I have to say, happy late birthday to you.
Oh, man. I don't, that's one good thing about Facebook. There's a good and bad part to it. You get a lot of people who wish you happy birthday, but then you wonder why everybody who's your friend didn't wish you a happy birthday.
That's right.
Because they all got notified.
That's right.
So maybe they don't like you. I don't know. But you can send gifts instead. Roddy, you got a big car show, Southlife, coming up this Saturday. How did this start, and what is Southlife? Can people still attend and get involved?
Yeah, so Southlife it's an open car show for anything really. If it's got an engine and wheels, it can be in the show. So motorcycles, cars, trucks, bikes. I think some people are bringing like some side-by-sides that they've dressed up, and ATVs and things like that. And then sometimes even little kids bring out their little toy cars that they've dressed up and stuff like that. So it's going to be a great event. We've got food vendors on site. We're going to have ice cream from Fratelli Ice. We've got Snowbiz. It's going to be there. Great sponsors from Pro Audio and PWT, along with other vendors and sponsors that are also going to be there. So it's going to be a fantastic day. We're expecting anywhere from 250 up to 400 or more cars that are actually going to be in the show. And Facebook numbers right now, we're sitting at about 3,000 people that are watching this show, planning to attend or interested in coming to the show. So it's a show that's blown up really, really quick and gotten a lot bigger than we expected.
You've got folks from Texas and Tennessee and all over the South coming to this.
Yeah, we're going to have 5 different states represented. People as far as almost to Houston, coming into the show, all the way Arkansas, Tennessee. People driving 6-7 hours to bring their vehicles. Alabama, we've got some people driving 4 or 5 hours from Alabama. So it's more than just about Mississippi. It's grown into this big conglomeration that's bringing people together that love cars.
And aren't you? Isn't Kara a beneficiary of
That's
Southlife?
Right. They currently are doing, they house dogs, they rescue dogs, they get them cleaned up, and then they find homes for them and adopt them. They do events all over the state, and I think they actually did some events out of state this year where they took some of their dogs and found them what they call their forever home. I'm a dog lover, I'm a cat lover, animal lover, and so it's just a way. We've got multiple ways. The show itself is not specifically, all the proceeds don't go to it, but we've dedicated certain ways to try to help raise money directly to them. We've got a pre-party Friday night at Alpha Specialties on Highway 80 in Pearl. It's directly behind Trustmark Park where the show's going to be held. And it's a free event. Anybody can come out for free. We're just asking people to bring a $5 donation or a bag of dog food to help support Kara and help give back to them. We're going to have a 50-50 raffle that the day of the show that's also going to go to them, along with some items that we're going to auction off and sell to help raise a little bit more money for them. And we've got a few other little special things that we've added here and there. One big thing at a lot of car shows is people to have a shout out for their business, or if you're a politician, please come and we'll give you a shout out. We're asking people to donate money to Kara to get their shout out.
And we'll be there.
That's right.
We'll be doing a live podcast.
That's right. Yeah, we're hoping to have multiple interviews.
Right.
A lot of people that we will want to highlight, some of our vendors, some of our our guests that are going to be there, as well as some of our sponsors, so that they can kind of talk about their business too.
How many years have you done Southlife?
So this is my first year to do it.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd done first time.
Yeah.
Huh?
This is my 3rd car show to host. I started last year with a very small little show called Low Style Expo, and that was a show where I combined art and cars. So we had an art exhibition and a car show in the same kind of place, and got me thinking. I went to a lot of car shows. I've got a lot of friends who are in the car community, and one of the things that I heard a lot of people complain about was all the car shows felt the same. Yeah. And then I had another group of people that said, they got tired of driving 4 or 5 hours away to go to a car show. They wish we had something like that here. And then a few other complaints here and there. Car shows take, 5 or 6 hours. There's not a whole lot to do. They didn't feel like they fit in at certain car shows. So I get to hearing all these people talk about things they don't like about car shows. And on top of that, as a car guy, a lot of people talked about the car scene in Mississippi sucks. They just kept saying that, and they were brutally. This was not just one or two people and just a couple of guys I'm friends with. This had become a huge thing that I saw on social media. I heard people talking about it. I mean, It was hundreds of thousands of people saying the same thing over and over, and I wanted to change that because I love cars. I love Mississippi. And I felt like maybe this is my way to give back to the state, to kind of draw some people in, attract some people, and help. So it's a little bit bigger than just a car scene. It's more about helping promote our state and saying, hey, we've got some good stuff here. Come hang out with us, experience our culture. And that's kind of where the name Southlife came from, because
hospitality.
We live in the South, and we want to kind of show people what we have to offer. That all the negative stuff you hear about Mississippi, it may or may not be as bad or true, but we have a lot of good stuff that a lot of people aren't talking about. And one of those is we have a great love for the automobile. We have some great cars here, and the community of the car scene here in Mississippi is a big family.
And that's funny because I don't know a damn thing about a car. I mean, I'm lucky to get gas in, honestly. I have to ask somebody to help me put gas in. But I've met a lot of the car people here at the Cars and Coffee Show at CC's and through you. Nicest bunch of people, and I don't think they don't care if you don't know about cars. They just want you to look at theirs, and they're kind of welcoming everybody in. So you don't have to be a car enthusiast to come to Southlife, right?
That's right.
Just to hang out and see some nice cars and meet some good people.
Yeah, and I think as Americans, ever since Henry Ford created the car, we've fallen in love with the automobile. We just have as people. And we can appreciate, you see something that's got flashy paint or it's got nice wheels or whatever, everybody can look at a certain...
The aesthetic, yeah.
Everybody can look at a car and go, oh, that's pretty nice. And everybody has their own opinion of what they like and their style, and that's kind of what Southlife is meant to be. I host multiple shows a year, and therefore different specific types of people and different types of cars. But Southlife is that show that all those people can come to. So we all come together, and it's really nice because I tell people all the time, the car scene saved my life. I was in a time several years ago, back in 2015, where I didn't really feel like I had a purpose or a mission or a life goal, and just felt like kind of everything was falling apart. And I went to a local car show here, and it got me excited to get back into that. So I started doing a few different things here and there, and then eventually it's all evolved into this, actually hosting car shows and having a production company that puts those on and things like that. So
kind of what podcasting has done for me.
That's right.
We're still trying to make money at it, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
We're talking with Roddy Merritt, and we're discussing his great upcoming show, Southlife. Now See Here is going to be there. Roddy, I hope, can come over and run the board because I can't even do that by myself. This is a two-man team here. But Roddy, what can people expect? When do they need to show up? I mean, I know there's going to be a crowd. When do they show up? What should they do first? Kind of walk us through what they ought to do.
Sure. So kind of our goal is that it's all going to run smoothly and be kind of organized chaos is what we're hoping.
That's fun.
We're saying that the gates open at 9:30, so most of the cars probably will try to show up in and around that time. Some may be a little bit early, some may kind of straggle in or whatever. If you're bringing a car to be in the show, if you don't pre-register, pre-registers are open all the way up until day of the show. And you can go to our Facebook page, Southlife Car Show. It's super easy to find, and you can pre-register if you're bringing a car. But if you don't and you decide to show up Saturday, we will be accepting pre-registrations from 9:30 until 12:30. So as long as you get there in between that time, you can register and be in the car show, have your car judged, the whole 9 yards. If you're not bringing a car, we have dedicated parkings, free to get in the show. Basically, you'll just need to show up at the Braves Stadium. We have multiple entrances. We'll have everything gated off, and we've got plenty of people that'll be directing traffic and parking and things like that. So.
And the show runs for how long?
It's from 9:30. We're saying that the show itself is from 9:30 until 2:30. We're hoping to give awards away around 3 o'clock. If it may go till 3:30, and then of course we have the whole parking lot all day long. So as long as
Hang out.
people are there and hanging out, we're good to go. So
Can you let any cars out of the bag? I mean, some really great vehicles that are going to be there.
Yes, we have a lot of really great vehicles that are going to be there. One, our sponsor car, or our sponsors, SettleMyCase.com is they're
Joey.
they're going to have their race car there. They're going to have a tent set up. You'll be able to take pictures and actually meet Joey.
Joey Dumas, yeah.
Yeah, they have a contest going on that you can actually register there and to win a giveaway. They're doing this huge giveaway where it's a 2-day kind of deal. They'll even fly you in and pay for your plane ticket, your hotel stay, the whole 9 yards to go to the racetrack in NOLA. And so they'll be there. That's really cool. And they're going to kind of have a bunch. I've got lots of exotics coming, everything from Ferraris to Lamborghinis to, I've got
Some classics. Got any classics?
Lots of classics, lots of really nice trucks. If you're into lower trucks or lifted trucks, there's going to be both of those there. We've got one car that I have not gotten confirmation on, but we're really hoping that car is going to be there. It's from a really prestigious car show that happens out west called the Riddler, and those are for cars that are $200,000+ cars that are built, custom built. Some of them go into the millions of dollars of cars. And I'm going to have 2 of those hopefully that are going to be at Southlife. But there are going to be some extremely nice vehicles, and it's from all kind of walks of life, from imports from Japan to European cars to exotic cars to lowered trucks, lifted trucks, motorcycles, classic cars, of course. So we've got a lot of great stuff that's going to be there.
Can you get a Tucker? That was one of my favorite movies. Yeah, the story of Preston Tucker and the car he built.
I have no idea what that is.
You look it up. It was a great movie. Jeff Bridges played Preston Tucker.
Okay.
And I think there may be 4 or 5 in existence, but he ran up against government intervention. It's a pretty libertarian movie, but yeah, the Tucker. Roddy, what... now at this point, people coming in, you've got a host hotel, and we're going to air this as soon as possible. So tell us about the hotel and the rates that are especially for Southlife.
Sure. So the where the showgrounds are in Pearl is on Bass Pro Drive, because the Bass Pro is over there, and it's directly across from Trustmark Park. There is a host hotel right next door to all of that, walking distance. So Holiday Inn, if you just search Holiday Inn, Bass Pro Drive,
Pearl,
or Holiday Inn, Pearl, Mississippi, it's going to pop up. They've got about 10 or 12 rooms that they have dedicated. You can get a single king, or you can get a double queen. And the rate it's $109 a night, and it's typically about $140 a night. So it's a good little piece of change that it saves you there. And like I said, it's right there by the showgrounds, so you literally can drive across the street and you'll be at the show.
And you were interviewed this morning on was it 16 WAPT?
That's correct.
That's going to air in the morning.
That's going to air Thursday. What would that be? July the 25th.
25th, yeah. That'll be in the morning.
Yeah, it's in there. It'll be in their 7 o'clock hour at the Metro Minute is what they call that.
What are you most looking forward to? Just having the people, or is there one thing in particular that you're pumped up about?
I guess it's kind of 2 things. I do love the community, and I love all everybody kind of coming together. I love seeing the cars, of course, but I love the community part of it most importantly. And then at the same token, being able to give back to a local organization, kind of bring some awareness to them and help them out. So those two things is, making new friends, bringing people together, showing off what Mississippi can do, because we can host good car shows too. We have great food and drinks and hospitality, and we've got this great culture, but also being able to do that and help others as well.
Now, Friday night, tell us one more time about that. You may have mentioned it, but I want to repeat it. You're going to have a kind of a dinner, a little informal get-together the night before.
Right. So the pre-party is going to, like I said, it's going to be at Alpha Specialties on Highway 80. They're a trailer company. They do utility trailers, open trailers, all that kind of stuff. But they're going to open up their kind of their business and where they're at and everything. And we're going to have just a fun night. Like I said, we're doing hamburgers and hot dogs. Nothing special, but if you want a little snack or something while you're there, we're just asking that everybody that partakes in the event bring some kind of donation. So if you're going to get a hamburger or hot dog, it's all donated, but we want to be able to give money to CARE, and that's what we're focusing on. But we're going to have burnouts. We've got a closed off street there. We're going to do burnouts. We've got they're going to have a drift trike there. If you don't know what that is, then come out and see it.
I don't.
We're going to have a monster truck there that's giving rides. It's 12 foot wide. It's an actual monster truck, like you'd go to the Coliseum and see them, like Bigfoot or something, jumping over a gravedigger. That's going to be there giving them rides. We'll have some music. We've got a blow up big screen that we'll have some Xbox racing going on. So just a fun time to come hang out. It's hosted by Central Mississippi Jeep Association, so there'll be a lot of Jeeps there, and we're just looking to have a good fun.
You put on the hangar hangover here at the Madison Airport
I did.
Recently, which was a great success. And I walked in there and said, wow, this is incredible. You know what you're doing. This ought to be just a fantastic event. And I think everybody who listens to Now See Here, they know you run the board, you're the technician. Now they know about Southlife. They need to come. The gentleman I was meeting with this morning, business meeting, he said, yeah, I think I'll show up to that.
Yeah.
And again, as you said, you don't have to be a car nut. I'm not, but I'm looking forward to seeing everything out there.
Right. I mean, there's kind of something for everybody. It's not for a certain age. It's not for a certain, gender. It's kind of for everybody.
The women show up at these car shows, man. I'm amazed at, like, Cars and Coffee, the number of women. It's almost as many women as men.
And I've got lots of shopping for them. There's 2 or 3 vendors there that are going to have makeup and jewelry and clothes and handbags. And like I said, there's going to be great food. You can walk around, enjoy the day. The weather's going to be fantastic. We're having good weather right now. So thank you, Mother Nature, for that. But it all boils down to, like I said, even if you're not a car person, this is a big event for us here in Central Mississippi, because we're showing off what we can do to 4 other states that surround us, and we need to all come together and kind of support things like this. Even if you're not a car person, you don't know anything about cars, it's still going to be a fun atmosphere to be around and just take it in.
Yeah. What else are you going to do on Saturday?
That's
You're
right.
going to be at home doing the honeydews?
Yeah, exactly.
Just say forget it and bring your honey and say, come on and let's go to Southlife.
Yeah. Take an hour or 2, come hang out, stroll around, walk around. Like I said, it's free to walk up and look around at some of the cool things that we've got. Come meet some people.
Take pictures.
Yeah. It's a great way to network. There's so many people that are going to be there. So it's going to be a fantastic day, and we're looking forward to it.
And Roddy and I will be signing autographs.
That's right.
Boy, that'll get you something on it. Maybe a cup of coffee. I don't know. And speaking of coffee, I think SettleMyCase.com is going to be providing coffee. And, it's going to be...
From CC's, yeah.
Yeah, from CC's, man. Great stuff. I don't know how we're running on time, but I think we've probably covered everything. But just, Roddy, to end it, because we're going to get this show out ASAP, give us the times again and where people need to go.
Sure. So if you want to know more information about Southlife Car Show, just go on Facebook, type in the search bar Southlife Car Show. There's an event for it, and there's a page for it. It's also got all the information for the pre-party. Of course, it's going to be Saturday, July 27th at Trustmark Park, Pearl, Mississippi. We do have a host hotel right across the street from Trustmark Park at the Holiday Inn. If you need any more information, you can't find any of that stuff, look me up, Roddy Merritt, on Facebook, or I'll even give my phone number out, 601-319-9167. Give me a call, shoot me a text, and we'll get you squared away.
Roddy Merritt is the tech guy. He keeps the show humming. He does the posting. When the show goes up, it's because Roddy did it. He puts music behind everything. He makes us run smoothly. He's a good man, a good friend, a good guy, so you need to support him, and you're going to be supporting your state and yourself. And Now See Here when you come to the show. So, Roddy, hey, man, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Wish I could bring my dogs, but we don't talk about controlled chaos. Maybe other people can bring well-behaved animals, but not Edgar and Mabel. But anyway, look forward to the show. Thanks for coming on the show today, Roddy, and stepping behind the scenes here. And we'll be seeing you Saturday.
Thanks, Jack.
All right, Roddy, thanks so much. Roddy Merritt, I'm Jack Criss. This is the Now See Here podcast. We'll see you Saturday. Until then, folks, thanks for listening and spreading the word about Now See Here.